happening at Cost and AMC? And what about Clover Health? And what about Express and Qualcomm getting beat up? We've got some big losers today. We've also got to talk about which headsets am I going to be wearing today? And we can also talk about what options there might be for actually winning and making some money, especially quick. Let's see what they're saying. This might be relevant.
Research targeting Clover Health was first disclosed yesterday morning, but now Palahapatia actually tweeting his response to it. He says that yesterday's report was rife with personal attacks, thin facts, and bluster that has been rebuked by
Okay, that's interesting. And Clover Health from 2 weeks ago. Interesting. Clover stock. See, you gotta get to know the attorneys in these short sells. Clove's been straight down though since these lawsuits really 2 weeks ago. So somewhere around here. At Matterport here. Clover Health. Oh, look at that chart. It's like it's literally eradicated everything that happened here. And it's just like, what was our price on IPO day? Target acquired. We're on our way. This is irrational. So Planet 13 actually holding up, percent up. Clever up 5%ish. The cannabis ETF and Clover Health up. CLII up at 12.18. That's also I don't like this one, but it's pretty cheap for a SPAC. Open Door at 25. Kappa 12. MVIS 1365. Givo up 2.99% at 723. Zom up 2%. Purple, Yelp, Cost, OGI all around 2%. C3AI down 4%. Yikes. We've got Clover Health is down. Matterport down 2.3%. Let's see here. Clover Health. I don't know. That one seems really cheap relative to what it used to be. I don't know. I haven't bought this one. Let's zoom out here. How much has this thing sold off? Let's zoom out here and find out. Whoa. It was at 1740. People aren't bag holders. I mean, there's even Clover Health. Clover Health, which is like an $8 stock right now. Take a peek at this. Clover Health shares rallied Friday, gaining 20% as chat rooms and social media boards identified it as a candidate for a possible squeeze. Just so you know, on Friday morning, and you can go back and look at this live stream, Clover was up 9%. And we
names in the SPAC space, Lordstown, Telemed, Clover Health, all these names are now trading below their $10 reference price. And you look at the names that are still sitting on some of those considerable gains. Okay, QuantumScape is in there, but it's DraftKings and it's Utz. It's pretzels and sports.
This is one I'm putting some money on. There's another one, Clover. Clover Health is one that we've talked about having a potential squeeze before. It's had sort of intraday incredible highs. We've day traded this one profitably before. I don't have anything in Clover, but it is 40.41% short. Ride, which is Lordstown Motors. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Clover Health shoots up 30% here, but BNGO is really what took off today on
latest content. So, with Clover Health, again, ticker symbol CLOV. When we take a look at like the last year for this stock, it had some crazy run-ups previously. Year to date, it was sitting at right around like $10. March, April, May were not as kind to them, and Clover Health was no, stranger to that group as it hit bottoms around $7 in March, from the beginning to the end of March. But again, today it started ripping up, and out of nowhere, a 32% day, which is absolutely massive. And when we take a look at and it seems like a lot of people are thinking more and more that it might be Clover Health. Now, obviously, this can be a good and a bad thing. To get a community surrounding it, to get Wall Street Bets talking about it, to get Twitter talking about it, to get it all over social media is a great thing. But in a lot of ways, this does lack
those other stocks. Clover Health, of course, that's Thomas
Palahapitiya. Rotation. How do they determine what is the next meme stock?
Well, I'm pretty sure it's just called crowdsourcing, Tom. I'm not sure there's a lot of fundamental analysis going on, but we have a lot of folks at Bloomberg who sort of troll a lot of. There you go, Tom. Here you go. Clover Health, Wendy's also being chatted about on a lot of the boards out there, Tom. Don't ask whether there's a real fundamental reason for it. This is what we call momentum. Remember in the old days, Tom?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, quaint. Robain Bostic.
That's why we're being asked about it. Wall Street Bet's favorite Clover Health drops as clean energy fuel.
And now getting a nice little pop here in the pre-market. Of course, Clover Health has been on a run now for several days, basically has tripled now over the past 3 weeks, up about 22% here pre-market. And the newest kid on the block appears to be clean energy fuels, up about 31% here in the pre-market. If you're looking for a reason, a catalyst.
Surveillance early edition. Bit of a mixed bag today. You have some Clover Health, Context, Logic higher. They're up 6.6, 4.1 or so percent respectively. But two of the others, the OGs, AMC and GameStop, are both lower. Of course, GameStop down now about 7% after its results after the bell last night. What investors didn't like.
I'm going to get the pre-market here on Clover Health.
On Clover.
It's.
So last month, replaced by stocks like Clover Health and Clean Energy Fuels and prison operator GEO Group.
I think you're in a global craps game where everybody's talking to each other and they're having a blast. And then, by the way, you get to go home, the market shuts down.
Others, let's see where they actually sit today. So Clover Health, Clover's down 2.3, 2.44, and it's been consolidating for the last 3 trading days here. So Thursday, Friday, Sunday. We've got Workhorse. Had a day of consolidation, kind of unsure where it's going to head to. Now sitting at Clover Health is on this list. I don't know some of these though. And Terra, wow. Geez, some big top gainers here. Top losers. Gemini Therapeutics. There's Torchlight. No, Torchlight's down. I thought it was down way more than that. Is this not updated? Sometimes I feel like that top
is that takes a breather this morning, but Clover Health and others that were up 5, 10, 12% yesterday, those again rallied this morning. And finally, Microsoft. Let's do a $2 trillion valuation, 265. Peak hype cycle, and of course some of that comes, as he mentions, Clover Health and some of the other SPACs, and just terms of the money sloshing around in the system. So I'm taking a look at Clover Health. I'm also taking a look at some other of the meme stocks, Sundial and Torchlight Energy, which we cannot stop talking about given the wild swings that we continue to see. And of course, stories out this morning that fundamental managers.
Could Clover Health be a good investment? Let's find out in about 5 minutes. My name's Brian Feroldi.
And my name is Brian Stoffel.
And this is a summary of a deep dive that we did on Clover Health to give you the key information that you need to know. So what is Clover Health do? They are focused on the waste in the system. Clover Health is really pushing hard to fix all that. The way that they do that is with this innovative tool that they call the Clover Assistant. This is really a data aggregation tool that uses machine learning to help physicians make better decisions. Hospital visits for the patients. That allows Clover Health to pass on the cost savings to patients in the form of lower premiums and lower copay costs. And they also have extra money to give to primary care. So doctors love it, patients love it, and it really seems to improve everything about healthcare.
So beyond that, what's the
And it's up 6% in early hours this morning. Clover Health, of course, another meme stock, is up about 3%. To the downside, though, Virgin Galactic, all of the hype around Richard Branson's spaceflight over the weekend overshadowed by the fact that the company filed for a $500 million share sale.
300, but it's now over. AMC falling more, 6.5% to the downside. Clover Health down 5.5. ChargePoint 837.
argument that doctors and patients, anyone serious, would never use Clover Health because it's a scam is completely ridiculous when you look at these numbers. You look at different awards that Clover has landed in the last 6 months, you look at the growth potential in the market they're in, and you're like, hey, wait a second. I don't know if short sellers
33 was the high. It's $152 here today. Clover Health, this one got grouped into that bunch. $28. It's $7.
For future investing, and today I want to talk to you guys about just that, Clover Health stock and whether we're going to be buying. Now, before we jump into it, although I am actually a licensed financial security advisor as my full-time job, none of these stocks or topics that we talk about today are in any way my recommendation. This is merely my opinion, and you can choose to do might be something like United Health Group or even Humana. So obviously Clover Health has a huge name to make for itself because it has such massive competitors within the industry that have had their footholds in this industry for decades now. So obviously it's not going to be easy for Clover Health to get a foothold in this industry, so they had to that client based on the data that it's given. And Clover Health is banking on some pretty cool statistics because of this. For the doctors that are using this system for their patients have seen lower hospital visits, lower cost on patients, higher reimbursement for primary care, and easier communication between their industries. Now that's all well and dandy. I mean, they can have half of all Medicare users decide to go with a different provider like Clover Health or, Humana or something like this. That is a massive amount of people that might already be warm to the idea of switching to something like a new Clover Health. And Democrats right now are pushing to expand Medicare to people of actually age 60 or older, so that's including, 60 to 65.
Three at three with CLOV. It's Clover Health, CLOV. Stock $7.50. They're buying the $8 calls that expire this Friday. So these calls expiring this Friday are at the 8 strike, about 40 cents out of the money or so, technically 33 cents out of the money. We like the trade. We're on the trade.
Or own, obviously, but this is a stock I hear talked about a lot. Clover Health Investments, CLOV, a very, very popular stock for a lot of retail investors. It just hit a new 52-week low here today of 471. This is one of those that just breaks new 52-week low after new 52-week low after new 52-week low, and people are like, win!
About 12 minutes, so I'll try to make this one quick. Clover Health, I would need pullback to about probably like $3.20. Not going to even lie to you, but I need pullback to about $3.20. That's where I'll probably be looking out for buying pressure, and then for an exit, it really hit.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? I am back today, September the 15th, 2022. We are going to talk about Clover Health. Yes, we're going to look at the market in Clover Health. And could people have buyer's remorse? I mean, Clover Health was a SPAC back in 2021, and it had garnered a whole lot of hype on YouTube. I mean, everyone was pumping this up like it's going to be the new type of health investment corporation or business. And here we are today, $2.36. Do you think price prediction on the chart? I did a video in Clover Health. The last one was in August the 9th, 2022. I did a video and I didn't drop a price prediction. I was like, well, I want to get confirmation first. I wanted us to see buyers take out $3.50 or that top portion of this horizontal line, right? And you guys can see where we at today. See, sometimes it's very good for us to actually being hesitant and jumping on board a sinking ship. Price in Clover Health completely fell since my last video on August the 9th. Now I'm back again, and hopefully we can see something here today. And if it is, I will give you all my ideas to where price is going to go. And then at the end, you can give me yours. All right, how about that? What's really going on? Okay, we can see it. The market in Clover Health is merely in a trading range. You can see this, right? We notice that price in Clover Health is trading sideways. Okay, here it is. This is how the market is trading in Clover Health. We are nearing the point to where buyers come in and buy up this stock. We are nearing that area. So should we buy it today? It tells me that a lot of people ain't really paying attention to Clover Health. That's one start for us to know when we may need to get on board. Now, outside of this area being support right here, okay, we can see that this is the closest area to where buyers first approach the market in Clover Health. The next area is going to be down here. Okay, this is Clover Health on the weekly chart. All right, we got 1 day and 9 hours left on this current weekly price bar, and it goes in combination with all the other ones, right? So when we look at these weekly price bars, let me show it to you. We do have a lot of weakness on the chart. We can see it. These arrows are pointing down to how weak the market is in Clover Health right now. So currently the market doesn't look bullish. Currently on the weekly chart is still weakness. 2 weeks. Okay, let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it real. This area right here, as well as you're trying to short the stock in Clover Health. It's not a play here. We're not in a trend. We're not in a trend higher. We're not in a trend lower. We're just trading. It's just a tradable market. This is Clover Health on the 5 weeks chart. Now, given this, okay, now I gotta keep it real. That doesn't look good at all. This last completed 5 weekly price bar, that does not look good. It looks terrible for those looking for price to go up. I'm just going to keep it a buck. There's weakness coming into the market in Clover Health, and that we're not going to get too much in terms of price action. Not right now. Okay. So yeah, of course people have buyer's remorse. Like, look at where we've seen price in Clover Health trade. Just last year, a year ago, June 2021, when all of the hype was being garnered on social media about this stock. Buyer's remorse is real. Somebody bought Clover Health all the way up there around $28.87, and now we're sitting at 92% loss for that person who is still holding at $28.80 something. That's buyer's remorse for real. Your price target, price prediction in the market for Clover Health as we see the month of October quickly approaching. Do you think it's going to be a positive month in October for Clover Health? Maybe, maybe not.